Hey everyone, my name is Nathaniel Kruger. I am the Health and Fitness Director here at the Mapleton YMCA, and today I'm going to be going through a how-to video on how to warm up for your workouts here. Really, there are a couple main things. The first is going to be, we want to increase that heart rate, and increasing that heart rate is going to help deliver oxygenated blood to all your muscles and help them really warm up so that way they're not getting strained at all as you're working into that workout. And that is also going to help increase the temperature of your working muscle, which again, that's going to help avoid any injury in that area. And the other thing we want to do is really just slowly increase the stress that we're placing on our systems so we don't jump into a really hard workout all of a sudden and give ourselves a shock factor. For example, right, with our heart rate, right, we don't want to jump right into something where our heart rate goes from, 70 beats a minute all the way to like 175 really quickly, because that's a big shock to the cardiovascular system. Whether you're doing upper body or lower body or full body, it's always good to start with some cardiovascular training. And that is going to be about 5 to 10 minutes of cardio depending. There are a lot of different options. You could use the treadmill, always a great option. The elliptical provides a lower impact option, as do bikes. It's a great way to warm up as well. The rower gives us some upper body work, including the back and the biceps. Now for all of these cardio options, there is an ideal training zone that's based off of your age that you want to have your heart rate be in. And that zone is gonna make sure you're not getting too tired early on in your workout, but you're still getting that elevated heart rate so you can get blood supply to those muscles. Now, once you have done that cardiovascular portion of your warm-up, it's time to start working out the muscles that you're going to be working out during your actual workout. Now, that's a whole lot of working out, but that's what we're here to do today. So, for example, if you are doing a push day, maybe you're doing some upper body, right? You're gonna want to warm up the chest and the triceps, and you could even do the same exercises that you're gonna do in your actual workout, but just at a regressed intensity. So maybe if you're gonna be doing some bench press, you could go and do some push-ups or some wall push-ups or some push-ups on your knee, and those are great regressions where you can start warming up those same muscle groups. Now the same can be said for the lower body, right? If you're gonna do some weighted squats, maybe you start with body weight. If you're going to be working on your deadlifts, maybe you just start with some hip hinges. And there's all regressions of movement depending on what workout you're doing, but it's good to include all of those in your warm-up. Now, working all those major muscle groups in a similar way to how you're gonna be working out is a really great way to warm up, but there's more ways to warm up, and you can even do this in addition to that. So circular movements at your joints are a really good way to warm up all the muscles around them and bring blood flow to those areas. For example, I like to work from the ground up, starting down with my feet and my ankles. And so ankle circles, super easy to do. You can always hold on to something if you're struggling with balance there. Make sure to get both directions there and both sides. From there, moving up into the knee joint. Knee circles are a good way to start warming up all the muscles around the knee. In that bent over position, you're gonna be working those hamstrings as well as the quadriceps here. From there, we're gonna go ahead, step our feet out to wider than hip width, and we can start to get our hip rotations, warming up all the muscles around the hip, the glutes, the hip flexors, even the quadriceps and the hamstrings a little bit here as well, and the core starts to get activated, which brings us into core rotations. A great way to gently warm up your spine, so you don't want to do any fast twisting movements. We're just moving gently side to side, making sure to remain in an upright posture. From there, moving into the upper body, you can start to do shoulder rotations, going forwards and backwards. You can play with the range of motion here. So starting with a small range of motion and slowly increasing it is a great way to warm up. From there, we can come into our elbows, get some rotation in that area. Again, going both directions, playing with that range of motion. From here, we move into our wrists, getting that motion there. Sometimes people like to put their hands together. Maybe you want to get your fingers involved, just playing with that movement. And finally, we have the neck, just looking side to start and slowly increasing that range of motion. Now that we've circled through all of these movements, you're ready to get your workout on.